But like you say, I do know a lot of people are daunted, when they just get their swatches and, you've just had it sort of all thrown at you. And for some people, it's a very different way of looking at colour to what they're, have in the past. And it's daunting. So this is meant to be an additional tool, on top of your swatches. And that's why it's new for the industry. So it's meant to help along the way, like you say, when you've, the excitement of the day when you had your colours done has faded and you're now thinking, the prospect of hitting the wardrobe.
Yeah. Or I can remember coming away worrying about the fact that silver jewellery wasn't really what I should be wearing, but that's what I wear. Worrying a bit about that. But now I sort of even though I wear silver jewellery, I get things with colours in it that will suit my colours. So like turquoise earrings or something. That yes, they're silver, which is what I personally like, but I mix it in with different things like necklaces. You can get them with different stones and sort of highlight things a bit more.
So I think that's the thing, really, when you've had your colour analysis and you're worried about something like that, I've been told I mustn't do this or I mustn't do that. It's about having a conversation with your stylist and saying, you came up with the solution yourself, but some people might not have thought of that. And so it's going back to the consultant, because actually, if they realise that you really like silver jewellery, even though it's not maybe your best look against your skin, to solve the problem in the way that you have, there are always solutions to problems, and it doesn't have to be, dare I say it, black and white.
Yeah. I think these make it less rigid. The cards make it less rigid because it does make you think about other ways that you can do things, like I'm just flicking through, and like the lipstick, like mixing a couple of colors together, because some of the things on your swatch aren't necessarily things you feel comfortable wearing. It might be what suits you, but it might not be what you like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, which is quite a challenge, isn't it, where this sort of makes you think about different things.
Yeah, I think I've learned to be a more lateral thinker about the application of the process and the sort of theme behind it, but it really is about making it work for somebody. And that's why, personally, I do a one-to-one consultation, because everybody's an individual, and they've all got their own sort of worries about parts of their body or things that they prefer, like silver jewelry when it's maybe not the best and that sort of thing. So it's working with that person to come up with the best solution for them, really. And it's like the necklines, I know some people are told, you can't wear this and you can't wear that, but they're not necessarily told, well, actually, if you can't do a V-neck, for example, what about softening it with a scarf, or like you say, maybe putting a t-shirt underneath so it's not actually now a V-neck.
Yeah. And it's also things like round necks with a bigger bust, you're told you shouldn't really wear them, but then a lower scoop one works.
Yeah, exactly.
But you wouldn't think that that's okay because you've been told that round necks are just not what you should be having.
Yeah, whereas it's round necks that are high up.
Yeah.
But like, you've just achieved with your scarf anyway, lowering the neckline effectively.
Yeah, because I've got a round neck jumper, which I wouldn't have worn before, but I think it came in a one of those boxes that you get sent, and it was a outfit thing, and I was just like, that I wouldn't have, if that had been on its own, I wouldn't have even thought about it. But it had a card like you've got here that just made me think about it, gave you some ways that you could put them together, and it's actually made me start wearing scarves more.
Yay!
I got this put together, and it's really good because I can wear the colours like black that I like with scarves with colours that suit me better.
Marvellous. Lovely.